check out beacons.ai/comics fund profit for all the C4 FAP links you could ever need, all in one place. You can provide feedback, listen, support, share, enjoy these. We have our Patreon there. You can buy us a beer or a coffee. You can check out our Instagrams, our Twitters, our Facebooks. Check out our YouTube page. You can email us. You can listen to our podcasts on Patreon, if you're a subscriber, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, on Podbean. We have Google Podcasts on there. We have an Amazon wish list. You want to buy Kyle and I something? Fine. You can do that here. We appreciate it. We have Kyle's RPG podcast listed on there, so you can check out his Dork Day Afternoon offerings. We have Cowabunga links, so you can check out the Cowabunga Deep Discount FOC and pre-order list. Get on that. That's RLCS, so you can check that out as well. And we want to just give you opportunities to say hi, to check out what we're doing, support us if you would like, or just listen. Check out beacons.ai/comics fund profit for all the C4 FAP links you could ever need. Thanks. Back to the show.
Listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and G with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 928 for Comics Original, releasing August the 7th. We're done. Okay. Tuesdays, we're putting an official pin in.
Yeah.
Because it looks like we're just down to trades on the Tuesdays now.
Yeah.
We're talking floppy comics here, so we're just going to talk about Wednesday releases. So I'm going back to the OG dates, August the 7th. But before Drew and I get into what's happening in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday, Drew, how we doing? And a toss out to the listeners. If you have not seen Deadpool and Wolverine, most of the future spec and the secondary sales will spoil the living crap out of it. So go see Deadpool and then come back and listen to this, because if not, it will spoil a lot of the things. If you don't care about spoilers, cool. Just FYI, you've been wanting.
Yeah, and you can hear all our thoughts about Deadpool and Wolverine on our Patreon channel with an exclusive episode all about Deadpool.
Yeah, our raw and immediate thoughts directly on the way home.
Raw and immediate. Exactly. Kyle, let's go. You warned them. Let's go right into that Hot 10.
All right, let's head on over to our good friends at comicbookinvest.com. Let's look at their Hot 10 for August the 2nd. And we're going to start with Infamous Iron Man #1. Anything Doom related seems to be selling this week, but I'm still baffled that this appears to be the book of choice, as it is back up to $50 to $60, average on well over 300 sales, Drew, of Infamous Iron Man #1. That is, of course, the Brian Michael Bendis written book. High sales have exceeded.
Okay, this is Doom as Iron Man. Okay.
Yeah. High sales have exceeded $100, as this was only a $10 to $15 book last week before the news. But the news is what has us confused. This book is Dr. Doom as Iron Man, correct? So it's not Iron Man as Dr. Doom. So why are folks rushing to this book because they cast Iron Man as Doom? Isn't that the exact opposite of what we've actually got going on? The market can be strange and dumb sometimes.
That is true. Why this? Okay.
Yeah. A dope cover, but yeah, we think this is the wrong way to go. So I am saying don't pay anything above $10 for this book. And rank 2, we have What If Iron Man, Demon in an Armor #1. David Michaeline, writer, Bob Layton on this. Up next, we have the Freaky Friday version of the body swap of Doom and Iron Man. Now, I highly doubt this will be the storyline for the MCU, but a fun homage to a classic Iron Man cover. And just pure excitement over the Doom casting has this book selling at an average of over $120 on 70 or more sales, even hitting a high of $200 for Raw. Anything and everything Iron Man Dr. Doom is just moving this week. This one also has the added bonus of a Venom pool inside. 2 matchups for the price of 1.
Don't we think that, like, since it's 2026 is Avengers Doomsday and 2027 is Avengers Secret Wars, don't we just think it's the run up to Secret Wars with Doctor Doom from the 3 years ago Secret Wars, not the original?
I
So
mean,
we just
I'm
think
assuming it's going to
that?
be this Kirkman one that we're talking about here at some point in time, but a lot of it also has a kind of a mind swap is in one of the storylines. And if we want to end up hitting a future where we end up with Tony Stark back, the mind swap is the easiest way to get Doom in and get Tony back when it's all said and done. So there's different options here.
Oh, because, people don't really die.
Correct.
Gotcha.
You never get older and you never die.
Yeah. All right.
At rank 3, we get Marvel 2-in-1, number 64. The reveal of Giancarlo Esposito playing Sidewinder is still hanging in there. We thought Doom would have overshadowed it and folks would have moved on from this one, but it is still selling well, averaging $40 on over 70 sales and even hitting a high of $80. Not bad for what was a $5 book not that long ago, but that's the story of the week. At rank 4, we have...
I missed that. Did you catch that? Did you know about this Sidewinder Giancarlo?
Yeah, we talked about it, and then we saw the trailer.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay, who's Sidewinder?
Giancarlo Esposito.
What trailer did we see? The
Wasn't
Captain
this the
America?
Cap? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Captain America Brave New World. Now we saw him, with the MP5 and all military teched out and everything. But,
oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
We didn't see him with the weird hood or any of the weird costume necessarily, but
gotcha. We did see that. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I mean, you get a really good actor in a really good role, and you're just like, let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it.
As though Doom would have overshadowed it, but folks have still been on this one, averaging $40 and over 70 sales, and even hitting a high of $80. Not bad for what was a $5 book. At rank 4, we have Iron Man 150. Back to that David Michaelian written line from Demon in Armor, same guy. A classic Iron Man and Doctor Doom finds its way onto the list. No weird body swap, armor swap, name change here. Just good old-fashioned classic comic battle goodness. Over 100 sales this week, averaging $50. Last week, this was a $15 book. Now it's hitting highs of $125 for Raw. There's no denying RDJ and Hall H is moving the market this week.
Wow. At
rank 5, Marvel Team Up number 2 by your and my boy Robert Kirkman.
Okay.
Back to the wild speculation side of the fence. Okay, so in his one, we have a cameo appearance of a Doctor Doom. It's not until the next issue that we learn that it's Tony Stark inside of Doom's armor, and he will eventually go by the handle Iron Manic. Yep, this gem was a dollar bin book last week and now surged to over $40 in average with a high raw sale of $70 on over 100 movements. So cameo in 1, reveal in 2, and now we go to the 6th rank item, which is Marvel Team Up 3. Here in this next issue, it was talked about where we get that Tony Stark reveal in the armor. As such, it is another dollar book that shot up to a $35 average on more than 70 sales, a high of $50 on what some are calling first full of Tony Stark as Doctor Doom. Not here to argue or debate or justify all the crazy theories being presented. I'm just pointing out what is selling and telling you to do the best of my abilities here. So whatever I said about 1, I meant about 2, and whatever I said about 2, I meant about 3.
Okay. That is really interesting, but I don't think that's it. I don't think that's the right call either. That seems I don't think that's how they're going to go. I think the actor's just going to, I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Talk me through it. Come on. What do you got?
No, I sometimes forget that it's comics and do dumb, weird, crazy stuff sometimes. So, yeah, you're right. They definitely could do this, the body swap stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Or, I mean, you've got different universes, so there could easily be a universe where Tony just leaned into the arms dealer stuff and became Doom.
Yeah. Yep.
You can be simple or you can be fantastical. So who knows? And, it's just about what they want coming out of it.
Yeah. I guess in Feige we trust.
This is true. At rank 7, we have Uncanny X-Men 251. My boy Chris Claremont writing this Mark Silvestri covered book. This is, of course, Wolverine on the big X, the sideways cross. Yeah. Impossible to avoid spoilers this week. But now you've probably even guessed why this book is selling if you haven't yet seen the movie. Yes, a quick on-screen cameo of this cover played out across movie theater screens and has taken what was a $10 to $15 book and popped it up to 20 to 25 average and moved 100 books.
Yeah, that was a great cover.
Yeah, high grades of this even surged past $100 raw and a couple outlier sales. The MCU is hot again and the market is moving.
I like the idea. I like the idea of just like recreating classic covers in cinema. I love it.
I mean, they're literally throwing a bone out to you and I, and
yeah.
So like we're the Leonardo DiCaprio meme in the theater going, hey!
Yeah, look, yeah.
Exiles 23, a Marvel book written by Judd Winnick. Haven't had enough Doom/Stark mashups? Good, because in this one we have a cool cover that shows Iron Man wearing Dr. Doom's cape. Yep, that is it. Even in the guts, we have an evil Tony Stark running the world, and he decides to appropriate Doom's cape after defeating him. But that's it. Another scenario that folks are buying to the tune of more than 50 sales and more than a $40 average and hitting sales of $75. So we are all over the map. If it's got Doom and it's got Tony, it is moving. So go through your bins, guys. Grab your stuff and throw them on the market before it turns out these are nothing.
Yeah, before you go Dazzler.
Oh, shut your mouth. At rank 9, we have Deadpool 31. This is Derry Duggan and Brian Posehn on this newer one. Hey, it's a book that isn't RDJ related. Nope, this one is regarded as the first full appearance of Ellie Camacho, Deadpool's daughter, who is rumored to succeed him in the upcoming 7th issue of the current Deadpool series. So this has nothing to do really with the movie. There was only one sale for $7 last week, whereas this week has seen this book rise to over $15 to $20 on average on over more than $50 sales, and even hitting a high of $30 for one of them. At rank 10, we have Marvel Superheroes 20. Bill Everett writing this book, 25-cent price tag on it. A classic Doom cover that started to move this week, along with anything Dr. Doom related, going from only a half a dozen sales last week. We had nearly 40 sales, raising the average price to $200 for Rawls.
Dang.
There was even a high roll sale of $600 for this week, as Doom is simply just moving every book. Didn't even have room for a few other hot books that got edged out, so you'll need to see the on the outside looking in this week for sure, which is where we're heading. Heading down to the suit number 1 for notable sales. Scout Morrell writing this DC Jim Lee cover art book. I've been meaning to cover this book on the next Chasing Ghosts, but I just haven't had time. But here we had one actually sell. The only graded copy to sell, the CGC 9.4, got $999 this week on this impossible to find Jim Lee book. This book has an interesting backstory, being a Make-A-Wish book, limited release, with Jim Lee designing and doing the cover. Just a cool book, and one that you don't see out there at all.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Fantastic Four number 5, Stanley Jack Kirby. Despite all the weird variations and mashups of Stark and Doom, this is the book, in our opinion, as the first appearance of Dr. Doom. No qualifications or explanations are needed. That said, a CGC 5.5 accepted a best offer at $12,199 yesterday, whereas someone last month snuck one at auction in the same grade for only $3,150 on July 5th.
Wow.
Again, this is the Doom book we would want, though it is admittedly much higher priced than every other book we've talked about so far.
Oh yeah, I would like the key.
Yeah,
that is his first appearance. Yeah, exactly. We all would, buddy. Good call. Good call. That's awesome, though. I mean, and you know what? I haven't seen a Fantastic Four number 5 facsimile.
Yeah, that's.
Have you?
Get ready, my friend. I'm sure it's coming.
I mean, if it's not coming, they dumb.
Yeah, exactly. It's where the puck is going, as they say.
Yeah.
But let's head on over to see what Previews has to cover. Let's see what Marvel is doing in the future with its things as we see what's coming out August for October 2024. And we get a lot of Venom War, Drew. So Al Ewing and Iban Coelho. But let's see what we're leading off with, because we also got Moon Knight launching and all kinds of fun stuff. Excuse me.
My
but
goodness.
As we start with things all over the place, and we talked about our Deadpools and our 20th Century Fox, let's start with some X-Men. And Storm #1 by Moroewe Ayadole.
Okay.
With Lucas Wernick on art.
That's your premier leadoff
Their
title.
leadoff is a creative team I know nothing about or care about, and is a relaunch of a character who had a book launch, last year?
A couple years ago, and it did nothing.
Did nothing. So.
But I guess they couldn't give it to my boy, Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Fist of Khonshu #1. Jed MacKay still gets to write this book, this time with Alexandro Cappuccio. And Mark Spector turns out not dead. Back from the beyond again. He's died and come back to life a few times. In fact, that was his whole origin.
I was going to say that's how we began here.
Yeah. And so it's back. It's just more Moon Knight. I mean, I'm not really that excited because it was just a silly little thing to kill him off in the first place. So this is how it should be.
All right, and right on cue, Iron Man #1, Spencer Ackerman, Julius Aura. On this one, a couple Yasmin Putri covers and stuff. On here, a new brutal area begins for Iron Man.
But
the
really,
Stark
shouldn't it?
Roxxon War.
Shouldn't we get a Doom book? Shouldn't we have a Doom book?
We just did. I mean, we
had a Doom one shot. We had a Doom one shot.
Oh, that's right. It was a one shot.
Why is it not an ongoing? Why is it not ongoing?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot it was one shot. I thought it was ongoing.
And obviously they knew this announcement was coming.
Mm-hmm.
So and it sold. So why was it not an ongoing? It makes no sense.
Yeah, it was the hottest book we've had in the last few months.
Yeah.
Thus begins the Venom War. Venom 38. Old Man Venom's time quest continues. We also get Venom War 3 of 5. Venom War Zombie Oats 3 of 3, so it's winding down. Venom War Venomous 3 of 3. I don't know why I said Venom War begins. We've talked about Venom War for a few months now, but
yeah, for some reason I thought, I was thinking this just started, but I guess it's been around.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not reading it, or will I? So
Venom War Fantastic Four 1 of 3, so it looks like we have at least 3 more months of Venom War.
I know I said that about Blood Hunt, and I said that about Gang War,
but
this time I really mean it. I'm really sitting out Venom War. I'm not gonna read it.
Venom War Deadpool 2, Cullen Bunn. Venom War Lethal Protectors 2 of 3. Venom War Wolverine 2 of 3. This is my boy Tim Seeley with Tony Fleeks writing that one. Logan slashes through Venom War. Venom War Carnage 3 of 3. Venom War Spider-Man 3 of 4. Blade Red Band 1 of 5.
What? Not a Venom War.
Yeah, not a Venom War. A new day for the Daywalker. So, of course, Blade making an appearance in Deadpool 3. Very cool one. Stating that Wesley Snipes is and the only Blade. And without the Mahershala Ali stuff, who knows?
It's a red band polybagged Blade.
Mm-hmm.
First issue, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Mystique #1. This I'm interested in because I love, me, I love villain-led books. I don't think we've had a Mystique in forever, if at all.
Okay.
Declan Shalvey writing and cover and interiors on this one.
Writing cover and interiors?
Besh, a Rose Besh cover. So I need to find out what that Rose Besh covers looks like because I have this sneaking suspicion I'm going to want the living crap out of it. So this is what?
The on page 19. What is that?
Ricky Yagawa, and then that one is Declan Shalvey's cover is the full page one. That's kind of the almost homage of Days of Future Past with the posters in the back.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know if it's an homage from that, but every time I see cut out posters in the back, I go to that.
I see it. Okay.
But I've got to find out that Rose Bash cover because I know that's going to be hot.
Very cool.
Sentinels 1. Who are the new Sentinels? Okay, I was thinking X-Men, just the robots.
Yeah.
The original Sentinel program was human supremacy and fear coded into circuitry. So that's cool. Not what I thought, but we shall see. Yeah, there we get them on their own full page there. That could be interesting.
Yeah, it looks okay.
Wolverine number 2, that Saladin Ahmed series. We continue to get some cool covers there, including a Godzilla variant. Always like that. Godzilla just toasting up our boy Wolverine on there. And we get a really, really AI done cover by Jugnian Yu with, I assume, what's a Wendigo on the cover.
Oh, okay.
We even get Wolverine reading the new Storm book on one of the covers. Exceptional X-Men 2, E-viewing on this one, not Al-viewing, E-viewing. This is a Katie Pride book. I'm sorry, a Kate Pride book. That's why I got confused. Not Kitty Pride, but Kate Pride.
Oh, okay.
Here we have our Dazzler number 2, but tough for me to get up for it anymore.
It looks terrible.
Yep, it doesn't look good. I mean, that cover A was dope, but this, no thank you. X-Men 5, more Quentin Quire on the front. We get J. Scott Campbell doing Jean Grey covers, so that I'm excited about.
Kyle, look at that cover. Tell me who that looks like. What style does that look like? The guy that you don't like.
You think that is a red cover?
Who is it? It's a Stegman cover.
Yeah.
It's a Stegman cover, but it looks like who's my boy that you don't like? God damn it, I lost his name. I'll think of it like 6 hours from now.
It's not a great cover. I'll give you that.
Right. But
not bad.
The guy that has a stylized art.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't think of it either. And I'm trying to make it look like you're an idiot, not me.
Batman, the Dark Age, Superman.
Again, know exactly what you're talking about.
Space
All
Age.
red.
Mike Allred. Jesus. Yep. God, all of our listeners are screaming at once.
But since you idiots. I came up with it, I get the credit. And you still look like you have early onset dementia.
Oh, I definitely. Not even early anymore. Just totally onset.
Podcast took a turn for the sad. My apologies. X-Men 6 being a double-shipped book. X-Force 4. Clayton Crane cover is actually pretty cool looking, even though I don't care anything about that character. NYX 4, Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing. But
I tried to read this first issue and I just could not make it. It was
who's the main character of this?
I barely got through like 5 pages. I was like, I'm done. It's not for me.
Phoenix 4 looks like Phoenix is taking on Voldemort, so that's weird.
Yeah, it does look like Voldemort.
So good luck with that, Gene. Uncanny X-Men 4, an old-looking cover. I like that. An old-looking rogue. That's a very cool cover, whatever it is. I assume that's the David Marquez cover. Very cool. X Factor 3.
I forgot X Factor was Mark Russell.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. I got to keep
the
my
Greg
eye on
Land cover. Deadpool Team Up 3. And this one is Deadpool Hulk. Conquest 2099, 2 of 5. Conquest 2099, 1. So we talk about the second one, and then we talk about the first one.
Like you
That's
do.
Weird. Like you do.
Like
Again,
numbers work.
Yep. We talk about previews needing an editor, and right on cue.
That makes no sense.
Crypt of Shadows number 1, a $5 book. This is, of course, their Halloween cash grab. And then we have Phases of Moon Knight, 3 of 4. Justina Ireland and Yuji Kaku on this one.
And then Werewolf by Night has Moon in it.
Yeah.
So
he's back, ladies and gentlemen. He is back. Werewolf by Night Red Band.
Yeah.
Marvel Zombies Dawn of Decay, 2 of 4. Predator versus Black Panther, 3 of 4. Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes special #1. Rev your engines and get ready to ride.
Now, that's not your Ghost Rider?
There's a car behind him, so this is Ghost Driver.
Ghost Driver, yeah.
Yes. Spirits of Vengeance #2. This are, well, I mean, okay, so we've got several different Ghost Riders. Is this Cosmic? No.
Nothing makes sense.
Yeah. Comic's my favorite.
Comics are confusing.
Wolverine Deep Cut 4 of 4, Chris Claremont writing this with Sabretooth, Sinister, Slicing, and Dicing. So Wolverine Revenge 3 of 5, Greg Capullo on art, Jonathan Hickman on writing of this. Also getting a red band edition.
And then we get to page 44 before we actually talk about the preeminent title in your library, Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Your bestseller, Amazing Spider-Man 59 and 60, and you just bury it.
Yep. Spider-Man versus Tombstone 60 is an oversized finale.
Is it a finale to Zeb Wells, or is it a finale because we're going to give it a new #1?
Zeb Wells says goodbye to ASM in style with his collaboration with Junior, with JR, Ed McGuinness, and some other special surprise guests. So,
and then the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man.
Oh, and it's a prelude to Joe Kelly. So we're transitioning into Joe Kelly, it looks like.
Is that what that means? The 8 Deaths of
when one era ends, though, another begins, as the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man gets a special prelude by Joe Kelly.
Yeah, does that mean Joe Kelly's taking over Spider-Man?
I'm inferring that, and I'm inferring by this oversized finale, they're giving us a couple pages leading into the new writing.
Okay. And who's Joe Kelly?
Joe Kelly is one of the people that I think did the best with Deadpool and giving him his humor and his fourth wall breaking. So
gotcha.
Joe Kelly is one of the people I hold in high regard as far as the way he was able to make Deadpool the character. I think he is much better than just the Slade Wilson ripoff that he was originally created for. No sling to Liefeld, but the character was nothing, I think, until Joe Kelly really fleshed out the character and made it what it is today. So that's why he gets a pass for all things and everything. And
gotcha.
Especially when you look at the staple of currently titles currently written by Marvel, Joe Kelly is like the A-lister, it looks like.
Wow.
We're 45 pages in, and I recognized like 2 creative teams.
Yeah, you're right.
And the rest are just a guy they picked up and decided to see if he has anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So Spider-Man Reign 2, Kari Andrews. Spider Society 3 of 4 with weird blue iron spiders. Spectacular Spider-Man 8, Greg Wiseman. A New Hero Rises. This is Spider-Man. I said it wrong. The Spectacular Spider-Man 8. This is, of course, our 2 main spiders in one. Miles Morales, Spider-Man 25. The Black Panther comes to Brooklyn. Chasm, Curse of Cain 3 of 4. Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood 3 of 4. That is being written by Al Ewing, Justina Ireland, and Leonard Romero. So 40 pages written by 3 different people. Spider-Gwen, The Ghost Spider 6. Mark Brooks with the very lifelike cover. Stephanie Phillips writing this. It has a Doom variant by Gleb Melnikov.
Okay. And then Dan Slott's gone back to the well. He's going to try to mine that Spider-Boy hype with some Spider-Girl hype.
Spider-Boy has transitioned, and we get to go through that for a few episodes.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're just going to go straight to Spider-Girl, because why not? Milk that cow.
Yeah. Maybe it's time for Bailey Briggs to be a psych. Okay, so I wasn't sure if we were going to get the Mayday Parker or anything stupid like that. Anything. Well, actually, I think I'd like that better because I always like the writing on Mayday Parker. But looks like Slot had 11 issues in him, and now we got to do something different.
Yeah.
Ultimate Black Panther 9. Ultimates Universe continuing to do things. Of course, it hit hot. All the Ultimate stuff hit super hot. And Drew, is it kind of fading? Because you were very hyped for how well it was written, but...
I'm reading half of them. I read the Ultimates, and I read Ultimate Spider-Man. And I don't read X-Men or Black Panther.
Of course, Hickman writing that. Ultimate X-Men 8, Peach Momoko, my girl. That. The Ultimates 5, only in its 5th issue. Really cool. Ultimate Hawkeye. Who is Ultimate Hawkeye?
I don't know.
Anybody we know? Okay, wasn't sure. Just curious. Amazing Spider-Man 261 gets a facsimile that looks like Taskmaster on that. And of course, Secret Wars 10 facsimile edition, which could do better because Doom is on the cover and everything Doom is.
Yeah, probably do well.
So drag that one out, throw that on eBay. Uncanny X-Men 244 facsimile. Jubilee.
First Jubilee.
Yeah, this is their Jubilee issue. Avengers Assemble 205, Steve Orlando. Avengers 19, Jed McKay. Doom Against Earth's Mightiest Hero. More Doom, so at least we're time sensitive in that. These books have a chance. Ultraman Cross Avengers. Of course, this is Kyle Higgins, so I like Kyle Higgins. Variant cover by Giuseppe Camuncoli. Always like his art. So Drew's probably most hated book, Namor, what was it? Even Jason Aaron's Namor, you just thought it was bad, was it?
I thought it was terrible, yeah.
Okay. Jason Aaron writing, but not good. Seven Kings Battle to Rule the Seas. Halfway done. Straczynski's Captain America 14, The New Warriors 3, Fantastic Four 26, Daredevil Woman Without Fear 4 of 4. This one ending, so we'll see if we go back to just standard Daredevil after this, or we keep it moving. Daredevil 14, Saladin Ahmed on this. Jan Balthazar on the Stormbreaker variants. I like her. Incredible Hulk 18. Hulk,
at least we got
Phillips
Kennedy Johnson on that, and he's pretty good.
Yeah. Ryan Brown on the variant cover on that too. I like him. Immortal Thor 16. I think these strictly exist for Alex Ross covers, but I ain't mad about it. Deadpool 7. Deadpool is dead. Long live Deadpool. So this is where we see what we're getting into. Wade has fallen in his dollar. Ellie has taken up the mantle. Taskmaster continues his mercenary training. But what she really wants is vengeance. And to get that, she'll need Princess's help.
Yeah.
So it's Deadpool with a crop leather jacket over top of it and a dagger bandolier, and she uses daggers. Interesting.
Yeah.
Another Doom variant on that one. Oh, and we get a Peach Momoko. I'm curious to see Peach's take on this character.
Why don't you and Peach Momoko and Rose Besh just go live somewhere on an island together?
Deal?
You just love them.
When do I buy the ticket, or do I need to redo my passport? I'm sap. I am in.
Tell wife going out to get cigarettes. Be back soon.
Yeah. Sorry, kids. I'll see you later. Heck, you kids can come down with me. Blood Hunters 3 of 5. Erica Schultz. We've got a cat drinking blood. Not comfortable with this. Scarlet Witch 5 has Daredevil there. Get Fury 6 of 6. Garth Ennis.
Right. Can't believe it's going to be over. This needs to be an ongoing, man.
Keep putting them in.
Keep the team together. Keep them going.
Alien Romulus #1. What did you think of the Alien trailer we saw?
I thought it was derivative and boring. I don't have any desire to see that at all.
Okay. So you probably didn't really hype you up for Alien Romulus 1. The comic, correct?
Well,
what if I said there was a variant Bjorn Barron's cover?
I mean, I might read the comic, but I'm not going to go to the theater to see.
Correct. Bjorn Barron's doing the alien cover. I want to see that. It's going to be awesome. So that's going to be a good look at a Xenomorph or whatnot.
Yeah.
Drew, then we transition over to your and my friends in Star Wars, and we start with Star Wars Ewoks #1. Steve Orlando celebrating the 40th anniversary of Caravan of Courage. The Ewoks return in an all-new miniseries set after the events of Jedi.
They don't talk, right?
Wootani. I mean, they have their language. They do speak, then it's not English.
Yeah. So they're going to be all silent issues, or?
I imagine we'll translate.
I hope so.
A team of Imperial-led bounty hunters and scavengers arrive at the forest moon of Endor searching for a secret cache of Imperial weaponry. Are they prepared to face off against the battle-ready Ewoks who took down so many of their ranks? Who is the mysterious new warrior Ewok returning to Bright Tree Village? And what is their connection to Wicket Warwick? So we get characters, and we get the first appearance of apparently a new warrior Ewok. So
yeah,
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, that variant's very cool as well. I think that's the Ben Harvey variant there, or the David Lopez. I don't know. Star Wars Inquisitors 4 of 4. That Rodney Barnes series is ending. Ahsoka #4. Again, these are just retreads. Not sure who's falling for this, but I do like that Rod Reis cover with all my rebels on it. And by all my rebels, I mean 3 of them.
Huh.
Marvel Halloween Trick or Treat comic, so we get some of those. Fantastic Four Dinosaur 1, Spider-Boy Webless Wonder 1, Venom Bedlam 1, Kylo Ren Age of Resistance 1, Spidey and His Amazing Friends 1. So maybe your LCS will have some of the Trick or Treat comics for you to snag
up. Kyle. No. Remind me, what is the Battle of Jakku?
The Battle of Jakku. Where do we see that?
It's next.
Oh, okay. So I was like, wait.
Next
page. The Battle of Jakku, Insurgents Rising.
After Endor, it looks like.
Yeah. So Jakku was the planet, was the place. So this is where the destroyer was crashed that we start movie #7 on, where she's stripping for parts and having a living and stuff.
That's Jakku.
Yeah, that's the desert planet of Jakku. And obviously a lot of things happened there during the war because we have a lot of crashed fighters and stuff. We of course had several things happen around there, but I cannot off the top of me remember, the Galactic Civil War that happened around it. But okay. I know we've done a lot of stuff with the aftermath of that and things, very much at the end and the rise of the First Order from it. So
would I be able to read this?
Yeah,
and understand 100%. What's going on.
100%. Yep.
So it's just after Jedi.
Yeah, so we're getting the battle that happened at the end of the Rebel Wars that led to what Jakku looked like when Rey Skywalker was there.
Gotcha.
And we're getting double shipped, so it's going to go quick. By that I mean triple shipped. We're getting 3 of the 4 straight out of the gate in October. So
nice.
Not a lot going there. Ooh, that's a cool look at Annie Wu variant of my girl Ahsoka. So that's pretty dope as well. So, all right, now we get into the trades and hardcovers, where I just simply flip the mic over to my brother and he tells us if any of these are anything, because I have not been in a trade or hardcover mood lately.
Yeah, I mean, so far nothing special. Just everything's collected now, so
yeah.
It's everything that we've been talking about in floppy forever, basically. And sometimes there's something really old that they drudge up out of the old library and slap a cover on it. But I don't even see any of that stuff now.
Black, White, and Red, that Vader series 1 through 4 for $18.
Yeah, that would be good.
136 pages. That's a good way to read that and collect it. It's a beautiful thing, and it's written by Jason Aaron, Peach Momoko, Torrin Gronbach, David Pepose, Victoria Yang, Danny Warren Johnson, Mark Bernard, and Steve Orlando, Frank Thierry. A lot of stuff in there. But that was a great series. So
The Jackpot and Black Cat trade, that was a fun series. That's worth revisiting if you missed it.
Yeah. The Black Widow and Hawkeye Broken Arrow trade paperback, celebrating the 60 years of Black Widow and Hawkeye with a bold new chapter in their story's legacy. That's the 2024 Hawkeye 4-issue series, plus the Tales of Suspense 52 and 57 from 1959.
Yeah, and I don't think I gave that series a shot, so I should revisit it.
Mm-hmm. Good way to do that.
More Hawkeye. Oh, well, there's Doom. Cantwell and LaRocca trade, which collects Doom, Doctor Doom 2019 1 through 10, King in Black, Iron Man / Doctor Doom, and War of the Realms, War Scrolls #3, whatever the hell that is. So they got some Doom cranked up.
They got some Doom rocking.
Some Dooms on the shelf.
All in all, not too bad. I mean, par for the course for Marvel. Tons of books in the wrong order, not really featuring the things we'd like to, and weird creative teams at the top, and not really the classic legacies that I think they should be featuring. And you got the most characters and the most money. Marvel put out great creative teams on big books, and they're not doing that. Which I guess, sure, you're looking for the future and everything, but I want to see good people writing. I don't want to try out new people and
see good people writing, feature the stuff that we think you should feature, and just pretty much the opposite of what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm too old to watch a 20-year-old screw up a character for 5 issues.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. All right, now I'm heading over to our good friends at Cover Price, Drew, because I need to see more spoilers and more spoilers and more things on the secondary market. A lot of the same, of course. The first book, Infamous Iron Man #1. The events that unfold in Hall H were monumental. Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the MCU as Victor Von Doom, but as mentioned in the intro, they didn't specify the details around what that means in the universe or the multiverse universe in general. Much still needs clarification, but the Aftermath immediately began hunting for this issue after the announcements. And why should they? As noted, RGJ can't separate the iron from the man. So logically, they would turn to the first appearance of Victor Von Doom, taking the moniker of Iron Man, assisted by Tony Stark AR, after Tony is left in a comatose state due to the events of 2016's Civil War II. There's a good reason it immediately went supernova. That premise right there could fit the initial narrative. Could being the important part. However, if you read the early tea leaves, the details provided present a flip to this concept where Tony Stark takes on the moniker of Victor Von Doom. Until we know what we're dealing with, it might be wise to take a step back, enjoy the moment, and let this concept breathe a bit, as purchasing this book at this price might not be wise. Because, of course, we talked about this being the opposite. The biggest reason they're going for this, Drew, is because this storyline comes out of their own version of Civil War II, Drew. So you just never know. But yeah, we still think this is the wrong way to go.
Right.
But CGC 9.8 went for $249, 177 copies in the secondary market, Drew. That's cray. Raw's hitting $100 friggin' dollars. X-Men 251 from 1989. Marvel does pretty well at callbacks. This is homage. Deadpool 3 was not only a love letter to Fox's Marvel Universe, but also offered a splattering of what could have been regarding Wolverine. With an almost poetic callback to this cover in Deadpool and Wolverine, it's not surprising to see it on the list. This book has been a cult favorite for years simply because it rolls with the little assistance from dominating the box office. This tops the charts at rank 2. 103 copies on the secondary market, $350 for a CGC 9.8, $20 for Raw for that cool little crucifixion cover, I call it.
Yeah, and 103 copies sold. That's great.
Yeah, more of the same. Marvel Team Up 2. This is that Robert Kirkman book. However, this is a bit of a misdirect. Social media posts from even Mr. Rob Liefeld himself pointed to this issue as the first time Tony Stark appeared as Dr. Doom, helping it to get a huge boost in the aftermarket. However, to quickly address it, it's kind of the first when you focus on the appears to be Dr. Doom part, because this is Tony Stark as an alternate Tony Stark with a Doctor Doom-ish mask who is mistaken for Doom several times. The specific issue 2 is a quick cameo, full appearance, and 3 and 4 RDJ has not announced at Hall H as Tony Stark as Doom, but specifically as Victor Von Doom. Online sources like Fandom named this alternate version as Iron Maniac, despite not being named that in any of these issues. These factors helped it jump from a back issue book to an aftermarket darling in less than a day. Keep in mind that we don't know if RDJ will be trading Tony Stark as Doom, a variant of Tony Stark, or something that lies in between. That's what I was saying. We don't know exactly what's going on there. All right, before we have What If Iron Man. This is the Demon in Armor. More mind swap, more craziness. 40 copies sold. $324 for a CGC 9.8. Raw for $162. Moving 40 copies. Of course, since we got Deadpool and Wolverine, New Mutants 98 spikes again. Deadpool and Wolverine has dropped in the market. Is booming for Deadpool's first appearance. It's been booming for months. 41 copies sold of this book. High sale of $1,195 for CG 9.8, and Raws for $404. Still not hitting the highs though, Drew. So even with that coming out, it's still not as high as it was a year or two ago or whatnot.
All right.
Ultimate Spider-Man 4, the J. Scott Campbell San Diego Comic-Con cover D family apartment ASM 601 reimagined. This is an homage to another one that he wrote, 1800. 36 copies sold. We're getting into the darn San Diego Comic-Con stuff that we couldn't get a hold of. $400 for CG's 9.8. $119 for Raw. Good old J. Scott Campbell. I love it more than anything, but there's no way I'd ever get a hold of that book. So it is what it is.
Yep.
Wolverine Direct Edition 88. This is, of course, that really cool cover with Deadpool and Wolverine fighting with the swords, through which we got that. You know, we saw that in the movie. We saw all kinds of really cool battles between those two characters. So if you picked up this cover, it paid off because you got what you wanted if you wanted this cover. 54 copies continuing to sell. $450 for CGC 9.8. Raws for $69. All right, Drew, let's move on to something a little bit different. Absolute Batman Ashcan Nick Dragonata 2024 San Diego Comic-Con foil, limited to 500. This book is a San Diego Comic-Con and now aftermarket darling due to its reveal, that being the new Batman suit for this absolutely hyped new run featuring a look at our hero in a more gritty underdog take, aka Batman, which is something fans are looking forward to. Dragonetta has a manga-esque style that fans are interested in, me being one of them. We tracked 23 copies of the San Diego Comic-Con book on the secondary market, 220 for near mint copies. Settling down to about 123, but still this ash can is blowing up. We shall see.
That sucks. No way I'm going to get one of those.
Deadpool 31 from 2014. This is, of course, the daughter of Wade Wilson, Deadpool Ellie Camacho, who we see being handed off into the series. So, of course, that's why this one's popping off.
How long do we have to wait for Absolute Batman?
That's a great question.
Do you remember? It wasn't in last the Lunar catalog, was it?
I do not believe so.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Exiles Volume 1. My lord, all these Iron Man Doom covers hitting the list are incredible. This is the one where he just puts on the cape, so nobody really cares. 19 copies sold. $50 for near mint, settling down to the sticks, $6, $7, $10. So good stuff.
Yeah, that was a pretty great reveal for Hall H. That was pretty awesome. At rank 11, we have Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider #1. Oh, a San Diego Comic-Con secret limited to 2,200. 2,200 is not a limited run, folks. That's not.
I mean, it's enough that they're all going and I can't get any.
Yeah, that's true. 27 copies of it went. High sale of 180. For a near mint. For a CGC 9.8, how can you have a 9.8 if it's San Diego's just finished? They got the little press out there. They're sealing slabs.
You and I have been to a convention where they do same day grading. I'm not sure why you're confused by these things.
I don't think they do. Do they?
We really literally walk them where they're like, we will do same day grading or 24
Same
hour
day?
Grading. 24 hours, yes.
All right.
It's kind of the new big thing, with grading being such a giant thing.
Why are you whispering, Dick?
Well, I just didn't want to overbear and make you feel really stupid, so I thought I'd make it a
No,
secret.
you
So
like
maybe,
to do that.
Maybe the audience wouldn't hear that you have been to a convention.
Congratulations, you're listening to the last episode.
We have promised that on so many occasions.
At rank 12, we have Iron Man 150 from 1981.
Hey, that book's as old as me, Drew.
That is, it's your age. That's awesome. 33 copies of this sold. More Doom Mania, right?
Mm-hmm.
And high sale of $220 for a CGC 9.4. Near mint rolls around $30. At rank 13, we have Witchblade #1. Another San Diego. This is a spot foil variant by J. Scott Campbell for Witchblade #1. 26 copies of this one sold. High sale of $200 for a 9.8, and near mints around $96. At rank 14, we have the Esad Ribic 1 in 25 infamous Iron Man #1 from 2016. More Doom. This is a high sale of $600 for a CGC 9.8. Current raws around $175. How many sold? 9 copies of this moved. All the way back in 1980, so older than Kyle. At rank 15, we have Marvel 2-in-1 number 64. And this is Giancarlo Esposito as, what do we say, Sidewinder? Is that right? Sidewinder's first appearance. This is 26 copies moving, high sale of $95 for a CGC 9.2, and a fine raw selling for $5. Infamous Iron Man #1, the Scotty Young cover, which was a good cover if I remember. High sale of $225 for a 9.8, raws around $100. At rank 17, we have Hulk #1, the Ed McGuinness from 2008. That's the Red Hulk cover. 34 copies of this moved. High sale of $314 for a 9.8, and raws around $75. The Doom cover of Secret Wars makes it to rank 18. That's Secret Wars #10 from 1985. And this moved 29 copies with a high sale of $215 for a 9.8, and very fine raw at $24. We have the 2015 Secret Wars #5, rank 19. This is probably also a Doom cover, I'm guessing. 27 copies and a high sale of $140 for a CGC 9.8. Raws around $16. And rounding out the top 20, not a Doom book.
What?
Yeah, Minor Threats #1, the Scott Hepburn regular book from Dark Horse from August of 22. Didn't have anything to do with Doom or didn't have anything to do with Deadpool. This is a Patton Oswalt written book. And why is it? It's 2 years later. Why is it doing something now? Oh, there's a project optioned. So 27 copies of this moved with high sale $50 for a 9.8. Raws around $18.
There you go.
So,
all right, Drew, it's time for what people came with. We've spoiled all the movies for them, seen the things coming out in the future, and talked about the things on the secondary market, and we're heading over to our good friends at Lunar Distribution. We're going to talk for 2 seconds about the stuff coming out the 6th. Looks like there's 2 pages full of trades. Look at them at your own leisure. We're heading directly to what's coming out on the 7th, and we're looking at our books coming out from our good friends at Lunar. DC
Absolute
books.
Power went to second printing.
Absolutely. Absolute Power 1, Michelion and wraparound cover going to a second print. Dan Mora with the cover A on issue 2.
And issue 1 was really good. So I'm hoping it continues.
Excellent. Ain't No Grave 4 of 5.
Batman 151. Lots of great covers there. Except for that COWL. I don't know what's happening there. I don't think Bruce Wayne would dress like that. I really don't.
You don't think he's the banana hammock type?
I think he's more of a trunks guy.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a trunks guy. But lots of covers. Whole bunches of them.
Delato with the 85th anniversary cardstock.
Is that what we're saying? Is that the deal? Is it Batman's 85th birthday or something?
Detective Comics 27 is from
what?
Detective Comics 27 came out in 1939.
I can't do that math.
It's 85.
I guess 85 makes it 85. Okay. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
COWL 1964. Your boy Kyle Higgins going back to the well with COWL. I bet you're excited about that.
COWL is our unionized superhero league. Probably getting a little more pub from some of the fun stuff going on in things like The Boys and where the superheroes belong to agencies and things like that.
Yeah.
So that's always cool. But I'm looking at Cross Country #1. Is that a scout book? Is that what that is?
That logo doesn't look right.
Yeah. I am having some issues zooming. Nope, that is Dark Harbor.
Dark Harbor
comics. Interesting. I like the cover on it, though. I like a stuffed duck, a muscle car, and an AR-15. So we shall see what happens with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha Man goes to a second printing. We get our Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah.
With Gillum March cover. Ji-Hung Lee cover. Scott Forbes got a great cover.
Some good stuff there. I like the Ji-Hung Lee. That's really good.
Yeah. Raza swimsuit cover is pretty nice.
Yeah, the Raza, that's interesting. That Harley?
Yeah, I think so.
With a animal on the cover?
Do we even know?
Capybara, maybe? Looks like a capybara.
Leah Williams is writing this, so I'm trying to think if I liked any of her stuff recently. I'm not sure I did. I'll have to give this first one a chance, though.
Oh, it's a preview, and I was like, what is going on here?
Kosher Mafia gets a first issue from some publisher. Mad Cave?
Yep. Mad Cave. 10 years of Mad Cave. Mad Cave's only 10 years old?
Yeah, right? They've been around longer than that.
Mercandolfo's Sweet Paprika. It's second issue of its. And we still have our Porny cover, at least one. Once Our Land gets a legacy. I don't know what the heck a legacy.
It's their image firsts.
A $5 image first?
But instead of charging $1 for it, they charge full price.
Oh, that's
plus
a kick.
some.
Hell, I think I'd sell you my #1 a regular for $5 at this point.
I don't get it. Pedestrian. That's Joey Esposito and Dean Haspel on the cover. I'm not sure who the publisher is. I don't recognize it. Magma cover is the publisher.
This is the worst blurb of all time. Power Fantasy #1 from Image. And you click in here and it's just everybody's review of this. It's like, I'm lost in the sauce and I'm leaving. But I see the word superpowers, which means you're out.
Police Comics #1, which that's pretty. This is the first appearance of Phantom Lady, but not Plastic Man, not Plastic Man's first appearance. But it's $7. I'm not getting that. Too old.
13 Origins #1 from Scout. How is the 13 Origins a series of one-shot origin stories from the members of the 13, a group of Mexican and Mexican Americans who discover they have powers, essentially.
Okay.
So we're going to be getting a lot of those books. And Walking Dead. Sorry, I skipped over some stuff I wasn't impressed with.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Except for the Sex Criminals trade paperback, The Collected Letter Daddies. In celebration of Sex Criminals turning 10, the newly designed volume collects every letter daddy letter column from the book, every true story, every weird confession, every heart-wrenching tale of love, lust, loss, and longing, alongside every completely stupid sex tip Chip and Matt made up the night before these issues went out. Get it.
I could not even get through the letter pages when I was reading the floppies, so there's no way in hell.
You don't want just a collected edition of just scum and villainy, if it were?
No, thank you. Hard pass.
Well, 50% of comics for fun and profit gives a thumbs up.
That's a win.
That's a win. That's a dub.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Heading over to previewsworld.com, pulling up August 7th, and starting with specifically Image Comics items.
Well, they're doing some Image first. Yeah. I bet you they aren't $5 a piece.
What do you want to bet?
Pretty sure they're not. And how is Public Domain? I mean, Public Domain is back with issue 7, but issue 6 kind of like really buttons everything up.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's more money to be made. I guess. Yeah, you're right. Why not? Boom gives us Garfield.
A lot of really good Image first, including Nailbiter.
Yeah, there's
and
some
Rat Queens.
Yeah.
And Snot Girl, man, some good. This just makes me mad at the current Image when I see such great stuff.
That is true. I mean, you look at the Image first of all the classics, and you're like, where's this stuff?
Yeah, let's start with the Image first. Wolfman. All right, I don't care about that one. Bitter Root. I liked Bitter Root. I thought that was really good. Copra. Don't care about that one. Goddamn, great book.
Oh,
Headlopper. Good book. Homesick Pilots. Good book. I Kill Giants. Great book. Isola. Okay book. Mage. Meh. Moonstruck 1. Don't care. Nailbiter. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Old Guard. Phenomenal. Pretty Deadly. Good book. Rat Queens. Great book. Snot Girl. Good book. Super Dinosaur. Don't care. Wick Div. Great book. Such great books.
And this is like the second or third wave.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe fourth of Image, and still quality. There's still more quality than not. And you know, those early days of Image first, man, they were like 90% hits.
Man, this is okay. I've moved down to Boom, and I cannot stop staring at the Once and Future Deluxe Edition hardcover slipcase book too. It's beautiful. Collecting Once and Future 19 through 30.
In Boom?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Slipcase book 2. I see it. Okay.
Yep. Of course, if you want to pay $5 for Garfield, based on the Garfield movie, there's a 4-issue series coming out for that.
I was looking at Red Before Black #1.
Mm-hmm.
This is Stephanie Phillips, Goran Sudoka, and Dave Johnson. Looks like an outlaw book. Going to check that out for sure. It looks really good.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not real sure what kind of. So the first one we've got like a weird team up of two people here. The second one's and then the third one we got some sort of. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's Something is Killing the Children homage. That's why I couldn't figure out why that's so different.
Yeah.
From Titan, we still got our dope gun honey covers.
And that's pretty much it. That's all we're gonna give you. So Marvel gives us more Blood Hunters. I thought Blood Hunt was over. No, I guess not. Maybe not yet.
Well, Blood Hunters spawned from Blood Hunt. In the aftermath of Blood Hunt, hunting down the remainder of the vampires.
I gotcha.
This is coming from.
Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood, #1 and 4. That might be fun.
Of course, this is where we get our facsimile edition of Secret Wars 8, which is our Black Suit cover.
Oh, it was just a poster.
It's
Oh,
a
it's not a
facsimile edition.
That's the facsimile.
Oh, that is
not
the
a
poster. You're right. Never mind. Scratch that. I was completely wrong.
But they must be doing it too. Okay, so Uncanny X-Men.
So they're literally marketing it as a facsimile poster.
Facsimile poster, yeah.
Yeah, because
So-
when you click on it out here, it's a $9 facsimile edition. When you get in, it's a facsimile poster. So
Yeah, right. So Uncanny relaunches. Uncanny X-Men #1. Gail Simone, Dave Marquez. We talked about this. I'm reading this, right? I'm giving it a shot. It's a new jumping on point.
yep, and make sure you get the Disco Dazzler cover.
The Pablo Villalobos,
Villalobos, which means Village of the Wolves.
Okay, does it?
Mm-hmm. Did you see the Ultimate Spider-Man has a 7th print?
Yeah, it's great. So I'm not gonna get the Delling Dazzler. I just get cover A. I'm just gonna get cover.
I love cover A. Cover A is awesome.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get that. But yeah, I'm gonna give her a shot. Can I get
Cobblish wraparound? Those do well with every the Where's Waldo, I call them.
Yeah, I like those. Those are great.
Facsimile. Okay, so can I talk about the actual facsimile since I dicked up the last one?
Yeah.
Uncanny X-Men 266 facsimile edition. This is, of course, our first Gambit.
Oh yes,
Bucks.
Mon cher.
Mon chéri.
Venomore. Is this Venomore's launch here? This is our first Venomore that I'm skipping.
You say that now. We shall see.
I swear to God, I swear on a stack of Bibles, I am not partaking in Venomore.
Sorry, Al Ewing. Sorry, Iban Coelho. We hardly need ye.
Yeah.
From Dynamite, we have Hercules, Space Ghost, Chitara
2.
Vampirella.
Chitara was good. I liked it.
Ah.
Not as good as Thundercats, but pretty good.
We got another Lee. We got a Sue Lee on the covers here.
Our back half books. Beyond the Pale, I don't even remember that, and it's on issue 3 already. Same with Kanto. It's on issue 3. Seemed to have snuck up on me. Godzilla Here Lies Dragons. Kyle just texted and his power just went out. He is done. So I will have to bring us home solo. And I don't know that he has a sneak peek, so I might have to do it without him. I'm going to finish up this back half of stuff. Ooh, Pedestrian. No. That's that Magma again. Prodigy's back from Dark Horse with Slaves of Mars. And yeah, that's it. Slim Pickens. I really only have one choice that I can remember. So I'm going to go with Red Before Black. First issue from Boom Studios by Stephanie Phillips. I'm going to go with that cover A. If Kyle texts me his pick, it'll be in the show notes tomorrow. But if he doesn't, then you'll just see mine, or maybe I'll do a second one. Maybe I'll pick Uncanny as well. Uncanny X-Men, Gail Simone and David Marquez, because it tickles my fancy a little bit. So there we go. Kyle says COWL 1964 #1, the Kyle Higgins Union superhero book. So he's in. Thank you all. Kyle usually takes us home, so I'm struggling here, but thank you all for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. Tune in next time. See ya. Our LCS is Cowabunga Comics, Lake Country, Wisconsin's best pop culture destination for new comics, back issues, gaming, retro video games, vinyl, and figures. Give them a call, 262-569-9999. Check them out online at cowabungacomics.com or follow them on Twitter at Incredicow. They are our LCS, and we utilize their deep discount mail order service to bring Oconomowoc, Wisconsin closer to us. They'll take care of you. Tell them Drew and Kyle sent you. Say hi to Eric and James from us. If you need an LCS, you can't go wrong with Cowabunga Comics.